So as we know, the Washington Commanders have been in a slump the past month. And one of the biggest reasons as to why they've been in a slump is due to the fact that the injury bug has hit them. The Commanders have one of the latest buys in the NFL, so they're yet to still have their buy as they have it after this game this Sunday versus the Tennessee Titans, and they'll finally get a chance to heal up. However, the Washington Commanders did sustain two more injuries to the running back position, which is a key position on this offense, and that led them to really be in desperation mode. Let's talk about it. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video. And in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about the Washington Commanders working out a couple of players to address the running back position. A huge injury update on kicker Austin Seibert that may have given us our answer as to why he was so bad on Sunday. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. For to make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload videos like this to the channel. We're on over to 8,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate it if you haven't reached that goal as soon as possible. Thanks so much. Let's get straight to it. First things first, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to my man Off to Another World. As a courtesy of him, I will be live in attendance for this Sunday's game versus the Tennessee Titans. And hopefully your boy Juan Gotti can give us some good luck and bring us some good luck to the stadium because we desperately need it as we're headed into our bye weekend, looking to at least be 8-5. So shout out to my man Off to Another World, and I'll be in the club section. So if you see me there, say what's up, okay? All right, let's talk about it now. Late night Gotti, 11 p.m., 11:11. So wish you all some good luck. But the Washington Commanders, we desperately need it. First things first, I want to talk about Austin Seibert. He has been placed on injured reserve, as we know he was dealing with a hip injury. Prior to the Dallas Cowboys game, he missed the last couple games. Zane Gonzalez had took it over, and he played in the Dallas Cowboys game, and he was absolutely horrid. He missed 2 PATs, and obviously the biggest one he missed was the last one to tie the game up and potentially send it into overtime. Does this justify him missing the kicks? It could. It really could. Because a hip is very important in the kicking motion. My thing is, something that I prided this organization on was always making the right decision when it came to injuries. Remember, this is the same staff that shut down Brian Robinson. They took him out for an early workout in the day, and shut him down when they realized he was no good to go. It's the same guy that did the same thing to Andrew, same coaching staff that did the same thing to Andrew Watley. Had him on standby just in case he needed to go in, but we really would not like to play him. Didn't rush back Dorrance Armstrong. Didn't rush back Cleveland Furrow. Didn't rush back Javonte Jean-Baptiste. Right? This coaching staff takes it slow, and they go the right way. They haven't rushed back Marshawn Lattimore. So that's why I'm a little conflicted as to blaming the hip injury on Austin Seibert's performance on Sunday, because he, and that's Dan Quinn and also Adam Peters, I feel like they would have made the right decision. I felt like if they realized he was struggling pregame, they probably would have pulled him and set him and had Zane Gonzalez on standby. But they felt good with him throughout practice this whole week and pregame. Shout out to Rio Robinson again. Check out the Lake Lewis little collab that they do every single week. I checked that out earlier, and Lake Lewis said on there that Austin Seibert was money from the field goals attempts in pregame. He was on the money. He wasn't missing. He was perfectly fine. And he looked ready to go. And obviously that did not translate to the NFL, or excuse me, to the game. So I don't want to be quick to not blame him. Blame his hip for the missed PATs. I will say that probably answers why he couldn't kick the ball out the back of the end zone for Kevontae Turpin. That probably explains as to why they decided to kick it short, unless that was the game plan, was to kick it short, which in my right mind, I cannot believe that was the case, because why would you do that? Kevontae Turpin is a guy that you do not want to do that to. You know what I'm saying? So I have a hard time believing that was the game plan. And a stat had came out and said that about 75% of kickers, they kick it out of the back of the end zone. And Washington is dead last in that stat. So it seems like it's not very hard for kickers to do so. It's just hard for Austin Seibert because he doesn't have that strong of a leg. Then you add on the fact that he's hurt. So clearly he's not going to be able to kick it all the way down the field out the back of the end zone. Um, it seems like it's gonna be Zane Gonzalez time for the next month, and quite frankly, I'm ready to see what he got. I don't want to be this hard guy on Austin Seibert, but I was never really too comfortable with Austin Seibert, to be honest with you, because when he's past the 30-yard line, it seems like he wants to vomit. That's just honest, right? I appreciate him for his service. If he does come back and be this kicker for the future, I'm riding with him. But just honestly speaking, I need a guy with some strength. I want us to draft a young guy. I want us to get a guy and out of this kicking round in the collegiate ranks, and that can come in and be our kicker for the next 10, 15 years. I mean, how great would it be? Would we be in this situation right now if we had Brandon Aubrey? Would we be in this situation right now if we had Harrison Buckner? Like, I just want one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Carlson even. Hell, I don't even care if he's having a bad year, but Justin Tucker. Like, just those caliber guys. I know those are a dime a dozen. Everyone doesn't have. You know, the Chargers kicker, Cameron Dicker, is pretty good. Like, I don't know. I just want a kicker that we can rely on and we don't have to be having to hold our breaths after a big play like that on Sunday happening that could send it into overtime. And we decide to kick a field goal out there. Austin Seibert, and he misses it. But speedy recovery for Austin Seibert. Who will be replacing him on the active roster is Chris Rodriguez, as expected. What is up with Michael Wiley? I know that they probably don't think highly of him as to why they brought up Christian Rodriguez, but I would assume, since we're going to be down Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson for the next couple of weeks, why not bring up Michael Wiley? The Washington Commanders have made some roster moves to show that they really aren't too comfortable with just Chris Rodriguez, and why should that be? So, the Washington Commanders have decided to work out a couple of different players. First things first, Washington Commanders have worked out former Detroit Lions cornerback that can potentially help out this secondary. I don't necessarily know what that means, if it does mean anything for the Washington Commanders and Marshawn Lattimore, but they worked out veteran corner Jerry Jacobs today. Jacobs today, sorry. Per source, no signing as of now, but the workout went well. Washington is awaiting the debut of Marshawn Lattimore, who has missed the last 3 games since being traded. So again, I don't know if Washington, working out Jerry Jacobs means anything for Marshawn Lattimore's ability or sake to play on Sunday. Hopefully not. Hopefully he does make his debut. But along with the running backs, they did work out a cornerback today. I don't remember anyone really getting banged up outside of Marshawn Lattimore. So maybe this is just some depth that they could potentially look to be adding. And again, there's nothing wrong with working out guys. They didn't strike no deal with them. Now moving on to the more position group that I think needs it the most, that is running back. Okay, Washington is down Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler. So your top 2 backs are now out. You're going to be with Chris Rodriguez, Jeremy McNichols, and who else? Boston Scott, former Philadelphia Eagles running back, has been worked out by the Washington Commanders. And they also worked out former Jaguars running back James Robinson. Whatever happened to James Robinson? Who remembers James Robinson? 7th round pick, came onto the scene looking like an absolute beast. What happened to him? I think I want to say Urban Meyer killed him, man. I want to say, because I don't know what happened to him, bro. He had a beast rookie season, and then no one showed him any love afterwards. He's only 26 years old, okay? And he really I don't want to say he wasn't given a fair opportunity, but does he just suck all of a sudden? It's hard to believe that, because again, like I said, the 1 year that he started was his rookie season, and he was a 1,000-yard back. 2021, he was a 700-yard back, and in 2022, he only got the ball 81 times, a significant reduce. Okay, in 2020, his rookie season, he got the ball 240 times and averaged 1,000 yards, or got 1,000 yards, averaged about 4.5 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns. Then the following season, he got 164 yards, 64 carries and attempts, 767 yards, 4.7 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns. Okay, and then he was on the Then he was on the Jets and the Packers, and all Jets, Packers, and last year Jaguars, his carries have reduced. He's 26 years old. He's not old at all. I always wanted to know why his career just went downhill. Again, I don't know if it's because he's not any good anymore, or if it's just because no one wants to give him an opportunity. He's 5'9". So he is a smaller back, but he's stronger, like kind of like them Nick Chubb kind of backs where he's small to the ground, or like Austin Eckler even smaller to the ground, but very very strong. If anything, this is the guy I would probably go after. Boston Scott's cool. He's gave us problems in the past as a running back, a guy that can catch it out the backfield, could do a little something. But if I'm Washington, I like James Robinson. I will also maybe call up Michael Wiley. I don't know why he hasn't gotten the opportunity. I don't know what it is about Wiley that they don't like, but who remembers preseason? He was going crazy, and I thought he would make the roster over Jeremy McNichols. And the fact that Jeremy McNichols made it over him in the moment was a little bit of like was laughable to me. But Jeremy McNichols, he's been cool. Maybe you increase, and we have no choice at this point. But maybe you increase his carries throughout the rest of the season so we get at least Brian Robinson or Austin Eckler back. Maybe you do that, and maybe that works out better for you. He is facing his former team, the Tennessee Titans, this Sunday, so maybe that helps him out. And maybe he has a little bit of revenge on his plate, and that could probably vote well for him. But as far as the running backs that I think we should add, I think it's James Robinson all the way. That's all I want to see. That's the only two guys I've seen that they worked out. So I would go James Robinson route and roll with James Robinson, Chris Rodriguez, and Jeremy McNichols. If you don't want to go Michael Wiley. Now, if you want to go Michael Wiley, I would go Michael Wiley all the way for sure. But that being said, man, that's all I really have for you today. Just quick little update. Washington Commanders are in desperate need of help at the running back position. Linebacker position has, or excuse me, the kicking position has suffered as also Seibert is now on the injured reserve. So we'll see how that front works out for us. We desperately need success there. So hopefully Zane Gonzalez can come in and hold it down. But let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. And don't forget, I will be at the game on Sunday. Shout out to my man Off to Another World for allowing me to enjoy this experience on his behalf. Alrighty, y'all be easy, stay safe, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.